Hey everybody, welcome to the Prime 4 podcast. My name is Bryce.
Chris.
Rouse. Alex.
And we got some news for you today.
Secret.
What?
Secret.
Secret.
There you go.
Put some secret in your
Right.
fucking hood.
Brats and secret.
Oh god, it's awful. So Pusha T, Mos Def, Anderson .Paak, and more will be featured on Bandana, which is a Freddie Gibbs album, which has Madlib
On the production side.
production,
Freddie
I guess.
Gibbs.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't know who
I
that
don't-
is. Is he one,
Really?
one of the brothers Gibb? Is that...
no, he's not a disco super group.
Freddie Gibbs is really good, and shout out to my brother Zaytivo for putting me on to Freddie Gibbs. Like, his shit is really vibesy. Like, I fucks with his shit, and it's hard hitting, and it's got the lyrics there, and he has a lot. So I'm looking forward to that project. Also, anything that Anderson .Paak touches, for the most part, is dope. And then you just sprinkle everybody else on top of that, and it's just going to be amazing.
So he's King Midas, but everything he touches turns to dope.
Solid dope. Yes.
I don't know much about Freddie Gibbs. I'm willing to listen, but
Yeah.
I don't know where to look.
That's like number one thing. Like, whenever Zaytivo comes over, I'm like, put me onto that new shit, because I'm old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put me onto that new shit. He never disappoints.
Yeah, I mean, if those guys are going in on it, like, he's attracting talent. So there's probably a reason why he's attracting talent. I'm still waiting for that Black Star album. Still waiting for that Mos Def album to leak.
Yeah.
That he had at an exhibition. So there's
I wonder how that would even be a thing, though. I need some secret squirrel type friends to...
Some dude
Record
just
some
goes...
shit.
Yeah, some dude goes in there with a fucking, like, $1 trillion audio setup, like,
Right?
under his overcoat or some shit.
Yeah.
Just fucking mic'd up like crazy.
Yep, selling it $5 a pop.
Right?
So Open Mike Eagle and MF Doom had a song called Police Myself, and it was dope because
Yeah.
MF Doom is dope.
Yeah.
And Open Mike Eagle,
I've not heard of Open Mike Eagle.
he's pretty popular in the, like, I would say, well, he's not. Would he be underground? Probably
Is he
underground.
popular with Mac Miller's crowd? Because then I wouldn't know who it is.
Yeah.
That's probably true. It's a Mac
Or,
Miller crowd.
or Macklemore.
Macklemore. So this last week was the 20th anniversary of the Slim Shady LP.
Boo. I just wanted to be anti for a second, but that's... I'm not saying boo to the album. I'm saying boo to... We're fucking old, man.
I was just
like,
about to
that's
say,
proof.
man, he
Like,
old.
God damn. Like, we are old. Like, that's sad.
That is messed up. Like
20.
It's funny, I thought the same exact thing.
20.
Yeah.
Just like, shit.
it just makes
You
it
gotta
just
think, like, his second best album was, like...
it just fucking
like-
blows my mind how young I was listening to stuff I shouldn't have been listening to.
Yeah, but it shaped us into the terrible and violent human
It
beings.
shaped me
No.
into a fat, angry man who's very opinionated.
No, it sets you up for the
Fuck you,
greatness
Eminem. Go ahead.
of the Marshall Mathers LP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
I
wait a
suppose.
minute.
Other way
That shit
around.
Was
Yeah, other way around.
Marshall Mathers LP was numero 2. Well, I don't know.
Numero dos.
Was it numero uno? I can't even think.
No,
that
well,
far
there
back.
he had
Are we
he
counting-
had Infinite, but
Yeah,
I don't know
Infinite
if
is-
that's like
Are we
considered a
counting?
mixtape
Yeah.
or not.
It's a dope day. It's okay.
But yeah, so that's Slim Shady LP was number 2. That's dope. That's the one that had a lot of Slim Shady stuff on it.
Yeah.
It had a lot of the shock rap that Eminem is known for early on in his career. And it's a dope album, of course. It's a classic, not as much of a classic as Marshall Mathers LP,
Right.
though. That's like,
Mm-hmm.
Bang,
that's,
bang.
yeah.
That's the
Bang.
cream of the crop right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's, it's good shit.
Yep. And then
It's good
5 years before that, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik.
Yup.
Very, very, very innovative and game changing. And what can I say about them that has
Well,
not already been said?
Just like from early on, they just fucking were doing shit no one else was doing. Like,
yeah.
if you look like from that album, like the track Rosa Parks, where they're like purposely like over pronouncing shit just for effect. Like, it's
Yeah.
fucking, it's so good.
I just like the fact that you can just put two people into a studio and seemingly, like, if you listen to Big Boy shit versus 3 Stacks, like, it's totally different shit that probably shouldn't go together, but it does.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I love that shit.
Let me get the Discog for Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik. Let me get the Discog. Yeah, track listing here. What do we got? We got Peach's intro. We got my intro to let you know. Ain't no thing. Welcome to Atlanta. Yep.
Call it a Wild Goody Mob. Shouts out Goody Mob.
Yep. This had this is the album. This is the debut album of Outkast. They had Players Ball on it, which is, you know, one of their tried and true singles for sure. What else did they have on it? It has a lot of good B-sides.
Yeah.
And it's considered a great album because it mixes well together. Like, it doesn't jump around. Like, we had the discussion before where, like, your classic albums that are considered the best, or any album that's considered the best, has a consistent sound throughout. And that's what this has as well. So, just like Illmatic, Slim Shady, Marshall Mathers, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music will have a consistent sound throughout that it doesn't take you out of the album. So these are why these albums are really considered good. Aside from them, you know, being lyrically fucking genius.
I think I done goofed.
What did you do?
I was thinking of album numero dos as album numero uno. But that's the way she goes.
Right. Oh, AT-Aliens?
No,
AT-Aliens?
Aquemini.
Aquemini is number 2?
Aliens?
Southern Playalistic, Aquemini, then AT-Aliens?
Jeez.
AT-Aliens?
I know it's heat. I don't know what order they dropped in, but I know I listened to all them shits, and they were heat.
Yep.
They were heat.
Outkast did a lot in a very short period of time, it seems like. And
for sure.
Years active, 1992 to 2006. That's sad.
2006?
Yeah.
That's
when Andre...
maybe group projects. Do they not count?
They don't count single or...
Actually,
okay,
no.
look up
Actually,
discography.
wow, AT-Aliens is 96 and Aquemini is 98.
Oh, yeah. Fuck you,
then
bitch.
It's Stankonia.
I was right. AT-Aliens is my favorite
then
one.
it's
They did count
Stankonia.
this Speaker Box and Love Below. That was 2003. Once again, we are old as fuck.
Idlewild was 2006. That's when they stopped.
Speaker
because
Box
they
was so
hit
good.
Idlewild. And then they're like, oh, fuck, we're done.
Speaker Box was such a good record.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And The Love Below was good. It's like...
I think The Love Below got a lot more, no pun intended, love.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it had the hits. It had the radio hits on it.
It had the radio hits, but, like, you really got a good gauge on the other side of 3 Stacks. Like, we got to know lyrical 3 Stacks, and lyrical 3 Stacks is great, but, like, that experimental She Lives in My Lap type shit, like, that was very dope as well. Yeah. So I think that one was received very well. And then
And I mean,
Speaker
anytime
Box.
you get like Killer Mike or Run the Jewels like on your album, you know, like
for sure. And then Speaker Box was like, he had a track with Bamboo on there, and it's like people really identify with that. He's like, yo, I'm gonna put my son in the studio. He's gonna say some funny shit on record. We're gonna laugh about it, and then we're gonna press it as well. So I think that's pretty dope as well.
I honestly wish they would have stopped at Speaker Box and The Love Below and not added Idlewild to it, and just did like what do you think? Because I think
my opinion,
not that anything that they did is mudding up their career, but they would be perfect without Idlewild.
The thing is, Idlewild, that album in conjunction with that movie that they released, I never went and saw the movie. So maybe the album would make more sense if you saw the movie.
I saw the movie.
And was it good? Like, be honest. Like, don't be like, oh.
This was a long time ago. I don't even remember much of the movie. Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw it on TV though. I think, like somewhere or on. I don't know. Who fucking knows now?
Right?
I don't remember it being bad. I don't remember it being good.
That was the year I graduated. Oh.
Yeah. Should we go to Rotten Tomatoes and see fucking what's going on here?
Like a -12.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes. But no, Outkast is so good. Like, I guess like just because Idlewild, that it would have been perfection. But
Yeah.
It's not like it has muddled their career. Maybe that's why Andre 3000 was like. Maybe that's why he stopped. Like,
well,
because I think he just went to Feature City and that's it. And then
and some of his greatest work was before. Yeah, some of you can't even really say it was either before or after the features for his greatest work, but he's still putting forth that A1 effort, whether it's a feature or it's a full track, and it's like so much of his stuff that I've heard in passing still bangs pretty tough.
Yep, he's still gonna out-rap whoever he's featured on. You know what I'm saying?
Like
it's
hands down, super easy.
UGK,
that
Rick Ross.
Just
Who
like
else? Hey, he featured on a bunch of shit. But has he done anything with Eminem? I wonder if he was ever on a track that featured Eminem.
I don't think so.
The best BET cipher though was Eminem, Mos Def, and Black Thought.
Black
It
Thought
is so-
by himself is amazing.
Yeah, and those three together, it's like, how it has there ever been like that much high tier in one spot in hip hop? Like, I'm trying to think of super groups and shit, but it's
another combination that surprised me hip hop wise that not a lot of people think about is it was a track with Pharoah Monch and Mike Shinoda.
Ooh.
And
I
it's
think I've heard that.
Yeah, High Voltage. And he's like, who's the man demanding your hand over your land? You know, it just, like, from the start of the verse, Pharoah Monch was just killing it. Absolutely decimating the track. And then Mike Shinoda, I mastered numerology and Big Bang theology, performed lobotomies with telekinetic psychology. Like, that shit is dope. And, like, so much of Mike Shinoda's shit with Linkin Park was dope, low-key, but I don't think he's in that discussion very often. But it's really cool when you have lyrical people coming together on a track that is produced well and has a cohesive sound. And, I mean, Outkast was doing that without features, and that's why they're super important.
yeah.
well, they really feature themselves because they like Three Stacks. Like, he can like do some more singing sound and stuff. He can spit.
Well, Andre, the main reason I believe that they're sticking to is that he wanted to do acting, and that's why he stopped with rap, and that's why he did a little bit of acting. You know, Four Brothers. He played Hendrix, I believe, in that Hendrix. I don't even know what biopic or biopic, whatever you call it. But yeah, I mean, I wish he would come back, but
Space ships don't come equipped with rearview mirrors.
Right?
tore through the atmosphere and didn't come back, dude. Andre, we want you back, dude.
Right? Drop some hot shit. Just
Yep.
out of nowhere. Just
Hot
drop
shit?
it.
Oh,
Whoa.
God. Oh, Welcome to Atlanta remix.
Man, welcome to Atlanta. Holy shit.
Yeah, that had a lot of gold.
What? Not the Wheels of Steel?
Not the Wheels of Steel, no.
Oh yeah.
The Welcome to Atlanta remix. Who did they have? They had, it had Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
Ludacris was on the original, but then it had Snoop Dogg, Diddy, Murphy Lee.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Snoop.
Song.
Wait, did I already
by-
say Snoop Dogg?
You said Snoop, yep. And
fuck.
Murphy Lee.
This is
With or
listed
without
as,
the mask.
This is listed as a
Without.
song by Jermaine Dupri.
That's true. It is.
Did he
Yeah.
write that song?
Yeah, him
The
and
whole thing?
him and Ludacris.
You think Ludacris wrote it?
No, the remix is the one with all the people on it. Welcome to Atlanta remix. It had to go down. Let me tell you
All right.
something about the new Motown.
Hey,
People
man.
don't visit; they move out here.
Hey, man.
And there's
Ludacris
no
word
town
of
you
mouth,
might
I
see
still
up in Lenox
consider.
Square.
The fact that it shocks me that it's a Jermaine Dupri track and
He got that writer's credit, like so. Diddy, Murphy Lee, Jermaine Dupri, Snoop Dogg. I swear there was one more. There was not one more. Okay, all right, I take it back. Black Dot, Mos Def, Eminem is still number one. And then
Yeah.
below that, then you got the duos like Outkast, and then you got Jay-Z and Eminem. You
Yeah.
got Jay-Z. Did Jay-Z and Nas do anything together?
I can't remember.
I bet you they did. I bet you they did. Nas did a lot of A lot of good shit. Okay, we're gonna move on from that.
Yeah.
We're talking too fucking much about
Back it
super
back,
groups
back.
that don't really exist.
Yet.
Eminem's definition of stan has been added to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. So standing is it's official now.
Official.
It is actually officially a thing that is in the dictionary that is Merriam-Webster's.
Do we take the dictionary seriously now? I'm pretty sure yeet is in the dictionary.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Yeet. What the yeet?
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck yeet is.
Yes. Oh man, yeet is great.
Ross, what's a yeet?
What you eat?
Yeet. Yeet. It's what you eat. Okay.
Yeet.
Done.
Cool.
It's putting you eat together.
Fuck off.
That's gonna be the name of this episode.
Speaking of
eat?
yeet, I'm not even gonna Google what it is. Someone just tell me what it is.
You just Google what it is.
Is it really bad?
Wasn't that one time that like I had like I think I bought something home and I like
The yeet.
it was for Caleb and I just said yeet and threw it at him and he got pissed.
The yeet is a viral 2014 dance
Yeah,
involving moving your shoulders and slightly bent legs together with arms outstretched.
Yeah,
It inspired various memes and popularized yeet as an expression.
There was
of
that
excitement.
vine of that one of that kid doing it.
Yeah, I think his name is Michi.
Avicii?
Yeet Vine original.
Yep.
Oh, no. No sound. I can't have sound.
Yeet. Oh!
Okay, so for those of you, I guess you gotta Google it. Whatever.
Yeah.
Google yeet. Rapper Bun B, speaking of UGK, he shot someone. He shot an armed robber in his Houston home.
Yes.
He did that castle law shit.
Let's
He shot a man.
let's get into gun rights for a second.
No, goddamn.
And we're back.
Here comes conservative Chris.
And
Yeah,
how
Conservative Chris.
and how
man.
Texas and Florida are basically live here at your own risk. Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, right? If someone is in your home and you understand that you're committing a crime by being in someone's home, like just make sure you know what you're up against. And clearly this person did not, and I don't know if they're still alive or not, but
They're still alive.
moral of the story, don't break into people's houses.
How are there even armed robbers in Texas when they have these laws?
He went to the hospital, and that's how.
like what?
I don't
Like,
even-
like who's like I'm
Because
in
the
Texas,
robbers have guns.
like gun
too.
capital of the
Well,
U.S.
yeah.
Well, I'm going to break into someone's house and hope that they don't have a gun.
Right? You must really need
No,
it.
no.
if you
The
do
guy
that.
obviously thought it was his house and the door was cracked open, so they walked
Like,
in.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then shot the owners.
Yep, right.
And we're like, oh fuck, I thought this was my house.
And then like a month later, they like said they found weed in his house, which is
Yeah.
supposed to make a difference.
This isn't my
incredible.
mansion. But anyway, the robber came in and held his wife at gunpoint, told her to take him to the money, gave him like some jewelry or something. He wanted to go upstairs, but she said no. And like she just tried to get him not to go upstairs, and then they took him. She tried to convince him just to take the car and leave, and then that's when Bun B came from upstairs with his gun.
Bun B,
saw him,
king of the
yeah,
trail.
met him in the garage and
Wow.
just started shooting at him. Dude ran, went to the hospital, and that's how they caught him.
What did he have? Like a shotgun or a handgun?
What? Handgun.
Wait,
It was
wait.
a low
If you're
caliber
committing
Wait.
armed robbery, handgun.
What gun do we think
what
Bun
gun did
B
he have?
had?
That's what I-
Yeah.
Bun B? Probably
Yeah.
handgun, because he
It,
didn't kill
it
the
was,
guy.
it was a low
Oh.
caliber handgun.
I just
because, like,
pictured Tropic Thunder just.
Oh, God. Well,
No, I just imagine like in Bruges where he's on the boat in the canal and the dude's trying to like line up the shot or whatever. Like that's,
Just one of those fucking Gears of War guns with the saw on the bottom. Bun B, king
Active
of the trail.
reload.
Just melee a robber. Like,
fucking
that's just
Gig
crazy.
comes down with the fucking gun blade from Final Fantasy VIII or some shit.
Just jump-
Just stabs him. Boom.
just jumps off the balcony, Sephiroth.
Just as he's jumping down. And then misses and breaks both his
Holy
legs.
shit.
Oh god.
And that's when he whips out the gun.
That's when he whips
Right.
out the gun. Schoolboy Q album Crash Talk came out today.
Today.
And I did not listen
Damn.
to it. So we cannot discuss
I didn't
it.
either, so
And
I wasn't impressed with the rollout until.
Did you listen to the album?
No.
Don't tell me what's bad about it, Chris.
Hear me out. I wasn't impressed with the rollout until they start roasting him on IG, I think it was. Like, he put out some, like, magazine photos and, like, ASAP Rocky or whatever. They just start roasting his pictures, and that shit is so funny. And it's like...
ASAP Rocky was?
Yeah. I gotta show you. I gotta read what he said, but... Yeah, go ahead.
So I didn't listen to it. I saw some reviews on some posts and articles or whatever. They're generally good. So I hope we get to listen to that and do a review at some point. I listened to his Breakfast Club interview with Schoolboy Q. That was pretty enlightening. He said the album ready for a while, but he said with Mac Miller's death, who was his friend, and then with Nipsey Hussle, he said it wasn't appropriate putting it out, so he just held it for as long as he could, or as long as he wanted to. And
you're watching End Game.
Yep. No, we're not talking about End Game yet. Shut up.
End Game spoiler alert.
He gave some insight into his and Kendrick Lamar's like relationship too, which is really cool. And it seems like it's strictly professional, but he said he doesn't get cut from albums or whatever, from tracks, but he gets like, they set it up. He said Kendrick's like, yeah, come through, do this verse or whatever. And he said that he got ready. He's on his way to go to the studio, and Kendrick like calls him or whatever. He's like, yeah, we're cutting that track. You don't gotta bother. So he said he doesn't get cut after the verses are done. He gets cut before. And I'm like, that's dope. I think.
Yeah.
TDE. Kendrick Lamar and Schoolboy Q are just a great duo to me. For modern rappers, I don't think you're getting a better duo than that.
Nope.
And then if you put J. Cole in there, whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
Or, no, excuse me, yeet, yeet, yeet.
One time.
I gotta shout it. Ross, did I top out the volume there?
No, you're good.
Okay, good. So that's it. That's all I got for hip-hop.
All right. ASAP Rocky was like, retirement resort granddaddy Q head ass. Tyler the curator face ass. I'm a heat your Caddyshack ass.
What was he wearing?
Like this. He just
That's good.
Who's all in there?
no, it's just in the comments, and it's Tyler the Creator was in there, and ASAP Rocky were in there, and they were just frying his ass up.
That's funny. That is
Like,
fucking
the playful side of rap.
Caddyshack.
The playful side of rap is fucking dope.
Yep. That's great. I'm glad. Are they friends?
Yeah,
Okay.
I believe so.
Which do you know who ASAP Rocky is assigned to?
I don't know what record label. I think it's ASAP World. I think they have their own thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why is ASAP Ferg there then?
What do you mean? There's ASAP Ferg, there's ASAP Nas, there's ASAP Rocky.
Who was
there
in the
used to be
picture?
ASAP Yams. Oh, no. No one else is in the picture.
Okay.
Of importance, I think.
Okay, I didn't know who the third guy was. I thought
Yeah.
you said it was the. God, what's his fucking name? Is it ASAP Ferg? Never mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
Ferg.
Is he? Never mind. Never mind. Anybody got any hip hop shit you want to talk about?
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait,
Let's get down to the real questions.
Oh, you got something.
No, I don't have it.
Let's get down to the real questions. Okay, gun to family.
Chris, I vouch
Okay.
for you.
Gun to
You said you had
family.
something.
Gun to family.
Okay.
You gotta suck a dick. Are you doing it?
What?
Are you doing it? These are the real
pause was
questions.
better than
These
this
are the
shit.
days of
That is funny.
I'm not seeing answers.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
I'm not hearing answers.
Right?
What do you want on your tombstone?
I'm waiting. Waiting.
You have to like. I'm choosing Bun B's route. Like I have to have a gun tucked somewhere. Somebody's not making.
Yeah,
it
in this hypothetical, you don't got a gun.
How many guns are on my family?
One for each family member. They're dead.
Oh, okay.
If
There was only one guy, I was gonna take that guy out. I mean,
you did not sucking dick,
No.
you're risking
I think
the life.
who had that famous quote, "Death before dishonor"? I think it was on a 40-year-old's douchebag's rhinestone T-shirt. "Death before dishonor," man.
That's okay. All right, Alex, where are you going? You going down or?
I already said, what do you want on your tombstone?
Dunzo.
All right. Well, that hypothetical is done, and it went nowhere. No interesting discussion. Okay, so
We all escaped that without saying stuff about
Yeah.
dongles on camera. So I think we got out unscathed.
all right. So I'm good. I'm gonna go back to this later. Don't you worry about that, audience. We'll get there. I will get these guys to
The
suck a
hard-hitting,
dick
tough
some way.
questions.
So let's just shoot through some gaming news. Nintendo Switch has now sold more than the N64. Still not the top-selling console of all time. It's got a way to
What
go.
is the top-selling console of all time?
Nintendo Wii.
Yeah, Nintendo Wii, I think.
You sure about that?
3D.
PS2, Nintendo Wii, Game Boy.
Yeah, if you consider the different.
Those are all higher.
Order? Oh, okay. I want to know what the greatest one is, and I want to know why we think that it was the greatest. Is it because of the price point versus the features? Is it because of the time that it came out? Like,
If you okay, so the Wii, it was because of the time it came out.
yeah, like
The
that
Wii,
was.
it was because they got
It was at
people who didn't normally play video games like to do the Wii Sports shit and like
Yeah.
the Wii Fit.
it was because it was a new technology that worked, and people just been onto it.
geez,
It
I
was
didn't know
super
the
hype.
DS was like right behind it.
The DS is right behind the Switch.
Who's
No, it's behind PlayStation 2.
who's the number one?
PlayStation 2 is, I think, the
Number
number one. Yeah.
PlayStation.
PlayStation 4 is already up to like 6th or 7th. Or
Yeah, it's getting up
Jeez.
there. The Nintendo 64, it was competing with the what would have been at that time the PlayStation. Xbox came slightly
was
after.
Dreamcast out at that same time too, or was that later?
Dreamcast was roughly the same point, but it died.
Yeah,
Sega
like
Saturn.
really quickly.
It was the Dreamcast was way ahead of its time.
yeah.
Like it had internet
Yep.
before
Parappa the
other
Rapper
consoles
was-
did,
Dreamcast sold 9.13 million.
which is not a lot.
Sega Saturn sold more than it.
Parappa
Yeah.
the
Jeez,
Rapper
the
was
Sega
like,
Saturn.
And the
ahead of its
Sega
time.
Saturn's was a failure too.
Yeah.
Maybe not in Japan. Genesis, it was competing with fucking like probably Super Nintendo at the time.
Shit, the TurboGrafx 16 sold more than it.
God, when okay,
Did
so
you all have Neo Geo over here for handhelds or
I
no?
never did, no.
no. What do you mean over here? Like where were you?
The
I was
End
in
Gauge, there we
Hawaii at the
go.
time.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
You could the Neo Geo was older. You could get them, but that was not here.
Like the little.
They have all those old
Mainstay.
Neo Geo classics on the Nintendo Switch now, actually. Things like King of Fighters 97, 96, and like that
Holy
stuff. Like those
shit.
games, yeah, they have them on yeah.
It's released.
that.
Dreamcast was released in 1998 in Japan and 99 in North America and 99 in Europe. So when was the PlayStation? So 1999.
The Wonder
I'm looking
Swan,
this
there
up.
we go.
the
Let me go to
Wonder Swan.
Wikipedia here. Introduced 1994. That ain't right. Was it?
Oh, that ain't
1994 in Japan. What was
it?
it released in the U.S.?
Which game? Which thing are you talking about?
The PlayStation 1.
Released in 2000.
94. It says.
The PS2 was in 2000.
Yep.
PS2
Oh,
was
so it was
2000.
competing with the PS2. Then the Dreamcast was.
Damn, that makes it even more.
And then
strange.
Xbox was 2001. And that was able to... PlayStation was really that fucking long ago?
It seems really awkward
Holy
because
shit.
like
Wow.
it feels like I was playing all the PS1 games in their prime, like in the early 2000s. But maybe I was just
Yeah.
Right.
late
Well,
to
that-
the game.
That's
sure.
fair because I remember... yeah, the Nintendo
No, they were-
64 was 1996, so...
They were still actively developing games for the PlayStation, like regular, like in
PSX.
'99, 2000, like. Yeah, so
Yeah.
The N64 was 96, so PlayStation had full 2 years up on it.
yep.
It's not telling me when it was launched in America.
You're Googling exactly that, though. You gotta Google PSX, though. Because it'll just...
PlayStation
PlayStation.
console. 1995. So it was PlayStation, then the N64, then it was the Dreamcast that had to compete with the PS2, and then the Xbox came out after that. Dreamcast got swallowed up by the fucking PS2.
The Xbox was so good, that first Xbox.
Oh, well, because Xbox comes out with Halo, and then it's like cream of the fucking crop. I remember getting that shit.
Halo 2. The Halo 2 map pack.
I didn't own many games for any consoles, but I remember when I got that Halo for that Xbox.
Shotties and
Holy
snipes.
shit. When fucking, when the mouth moved, I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is it. We're in the future.
Jeez, when that Xbox turned on.
On the Pillar of Autumn, dude.
That,
Captain Keys, that's his name. When Captain Keys' mouth starts fucking moving when he's giving you orders in the Pillar of Autumn, and it's just moving like up and down rapidly, I'm like, that's it. That's gaming right there.
It's basically, what is this? This is the most advanced technology I've ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah,
Halo!
exactly.
Halo was so good looking for its time. So good.
Halo was like 50 Cent in that music video where he's doing like the upside down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Training for the future.
Oh my god.
And we were literally like the one, like what was it? Eminem who was looking at him like,
Yep.
that's us.
Back to the lab again, yo.
Right. Holy shit.
So
That was a prime time of gaming for me. I think that was like one of the times where I actually wanted to go out and own consoles and shit like that.
Yep.
And I
Well,
only played the
the early 2000s, yeah, and then the PlayStation N64 period. Those were the golden ages, man.
Yeah.
You had the first console wars, which ate up like all the old ones like Atari, Magnavox,
That's true. That's
ColecoVision, TurboGrafx, Nintendo.
They all became publishers.
Yeah, Nintendo beat their dicks off, and then Sega survived for a while, and then they died in the second console wars, which was that early 2000s stint with the PS2 and 64 and Dreamcast, which is very unfortunate because the Dreamcast was fucking amazing for its time with its little
Some of those great
Tamagotchi
games.
chow.
Atari had the
memory
Jaguar.
cards.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Atari had the Jaguar, the handheld.
No, it was a.
Oh,
it was a console.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, that was the death, man. That was the death for
Yeah.
you.
I don't remember what year it was though.
Are you
But
looking
what
it
do
up
you
right
call
now?
it?
Yeah.
But no, like Parappa the Rapper, Toe Jam, and Earl, those games from back in the day.
Oh,
Rapper,
shit, that was,
and Earl.
That was 93. Holy crap.
Yep.
Before that.
So that was right
Earthworm
before
Jim.
PlayStation.
Yep, Earthworm
Yeah.
Jim.
We had one of
You see
those.
that?
Its final take.
Yeah, I never saw.
Look at that. Look at that hamburger controller.
That shit looks like a
Oh, yeah,
calculator.
dude.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, it had these little plates you could put over for each game, and it'd have like what the buttons did and stuff, and it was like
shit.
cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that before.
Yep.
It's a fucking YouTube video.
We had that. That's
You guys
awesome.
had that? You guys had a lot of the older shit that no one else
We,
would have.
well, yeah, we got the stuff
'Cause it
that when
wasn't
it would go in the
popular.
bargain bin, our parents
yeah.
would buy it.
Yep.
Like, oh, $20 consoles, pretty much.
I'm trying to think. My
60 of
mom,
these.
my mom saved up like all year to get me. I think I got a couple consoles for Christmas, like,
Nice.
and then a couple like not in Christmas, which was great. But she's
That first NES, like back in the day, like the
yeah.
when
I
you got
didn't.
That was
I think my brother had bought a Super Nintendo for himself way back in the day, and I got that, and that's I watched him play that when I was a kid, and then. But that's why I don't
Nintendo.
like PlayStation was 1994. I was 6 when it fucking came out. That's why I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
94 is probably when we got our Nintendo, probably. So
Oh shit! I don't think I got the PlayStation or the N64 like the years it came out.
I think
Yeah.
we got the N64 when we were in middle school, but we didn't. We actually got the PlayStation years after that
Yep.
to play all the
Oh.
PlayStation
Well,
games.
my friend Paul
we got the little PlayStation.
My
like
friend-
Slim.
yes,
The last release.
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
that
shit.
one there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I
That's the
have
one
one of
everybody
those.
was putting
Or
in
I
their
had one
cars
of
and
those.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it had the little flip screen so you could travel with it. It was garbage. My friend who had money, he got the N64 when it came out. And then it took me so long to convince my mom to get me a PlayStation, I think. And that was probably when it had already dropped in price. So I wasn't 6 when it came out.
Sure.
I probably didn't get that shit until I was like 8 then or something.
Probably,
I don't know. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. But I remember when I got that, And then I played. That's why I don't remember shit from Final Fantasy 7 or 8, or like Star Ocean. I remember so much because of that second playthrough.
I just remember buying Donkey Kong 64. You get that fucking the extra memory pack that they literally made as a thing so that they could upsell you on it to like be able to play certain games later on in the console's life cycle.
Extend the console's life.
That's dope.
Late in its life, I got the Nintendo 64. I think probably like a used one or something, and I had Mario 64.
The original,
and that was like the only game I had.
The original Banjo-Kazooie, Ocarina of Time.
Well, Pokemon.
Well, that was the
Pokemon
difference
Stadium.
between a game that had graphics like GoldenEye.
Yeah, Ocarina.
GoldenEye was my
Pokemon
shit.
Stadium.
That graphics are so bad though, in my opinion.
GoldenEye?
Yeah, they weren't
so
that good.
The Pokemon Stadium, dude.
Perfect Dark was just basically.
It's no
GoldenEye
siphon
clone.
filter too.
That little RAM pack thing made a big difference. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, for needing that for Perfect Dark, yeah, dude.
Yep. Didn't you needed that for Donkey Kong 64?
Oh, yeah.
too?
Yeah.
I never had Donkey Kong 64.
Basically, it
so
was
I
like
never even played
whenever
that game.
Rare
Great
made a game, you needed upgraded hardware. Like for the what do you call it?
They were pushing the boundaries back then.
Because
It
when
was
they
just
did
a
when they did
reskin of
the
Super Mario
when they did
64.
like Star Fox on the SNES or whatever,
it was
they needed
better
to put the extra
than
chip
Super
in the
Mario.
cartridge in order for it to work.
the FX chip.
Yep.
For SNES.
Yeah, that was
Star
built
Fox
for Rare games. Yeah, Star Fox
and F-Zero, or what's the one with Captain Falcon? Is that
F-Zero.
F-Zero?
Yep.
Yeah, F-Zero, Star Fox had it.
I don't think anybody will tell you Mario 64 is better than Donkey Kong 64.
100%.
No.
100%.
I played both.
Mario 64
played
is closer to Superman 64.
I played Donkey Kong 64 at Target.
Way
And
better
I
game.
played it. No.
Well, then you're weird because it is.
Nope. Never heard of it. Never heard of it being a better game. Never ever. You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
I've never heard anyone say that Super Mario 64 is a good game. I've never
It's
heard
a
anyone say
great fucking
No,
game.
it's not.
There's no Super Mario Sunshine.
You guys are so fucking delusional, dude.
Dude, I've never heard anyone say it.
You don't like Mario games at all.
They're like, oh, it's a Mario game.
You don't like
Everyone
Mario
tells
games at
me.
all. Before we started this podcast, Ross was saying how Donkey Kong 64 is better than Donkey Kong Country
is.
because side-scrolling is shit or some shit. What'd you say?
To be fair, it is.
God damn it, Ross. We try to redeem you every single episode.
I mean, come on, evolve with the times, Bryce.
You're just going against the grain. Mario 64 was the same time as Donkey Kong 64.
No,
Well, Donkey Kong 64 was slightly
way
after.
Way after. Actually,
Mario
but-
64 was one of the launch titles, I think, for the N64.
Yeah, and it wasn't very good.
You never played it.
That's not
You
true.
know, you never
I
even
played
seen
it.
it. You never even seen it. Nope.
You
never
weren't even
seen
born
it.
yet.
You weren't even born yet.
Spyro the Dragon was a better game than friggin' Mario 64.
Whoa.
Spyro the Dragon was good, but it's no fucking Mario
Spyro
64.
2 were pretty good.
Just like, what?
Oh my god. You are
Banjo-Kazooie was a better game than...
I really do.
Banjo-Kazooie was just another... Okay. None of them beat Conker's Bad Fur Day. We can all just agree on that. Conker's Bad Fur Day. God, you guys.
Earthworm Jim, man.
Fuck you.
Side-scroller.
All right.
The hardest game ever made was The Lion King for Sega Genesis.
That was
Either
pretty-
That's close.
between the
Yep.
Lion King
Or Aladdin.
and,
Wasn't there like a hard mode you
Lion
could turn on
King,
that was even
Aladdin,
worse?
and Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy was fucking hard.
I never played Ren and Stimpy.
I remember renting a Ren and Stimpy game one time and just being like, "Get me a different one."
No, Mickey and Minnie's Haunted Circus one. That game was fucking hard.
That shit is crazy.
The original one, Castle of Illusion, on the Sega Master System
Oh,
was
jeez.
fucking
That
hard.
one's even worse.
But you were a kid back then, so that's why it was probably hard.
Yeah.
I mean, even as an adult, like, we had cheat codes for a while for our games and shit like that. Like,
To be
that
fair,
was
there were a
not-
few games
To be fair.
that I played when I was a kid that I played them like a few years back, and I'm like, how is this hard?
Oh, really?
Yeah, how is this
Your
hard?
adult brain just
Yep.
kicking
Yeah.
the shit out of younger
Well,
you.
God, I'm playing through another playthrough of Final Fantasy VII, and I'm just still sitting there. I'm like, fuck.
It's getting decimated.
I got stuck on a goddamn oil slick. Alex was watching me for 10 minutes.
I thought that game was easy as shit the last time I was doing it.
You don't remember. You weren't even born.
This is new rebuttal.
I just remember like us having an N64, and then we like went to our cousin's place one time, and they're like, "Hey,
Was it the racist cousin?
No, it's a different cousin. Like,
Okay.
hey, this shit'll blow your mind." They whip out like a PlayStation with Final Fantasy VII, and then they're like, just move this stick around here for a few seconds, and then it's just like, fucking.
What was the PlayStation?
You're talking like it's an illegal drug or something.
Yeah.
It was. They like pulled it out of like a back fucking room.
And played with the joystick. The PS1 didn't have the joysticks until like late.
No, it did.
I think you just have a repressed memory you're bringing
They
out.
had the joysticks the whole time.
The PS1 didn't have the analog until late.
I literally just looked at
Only Monkey
the
Ball
DualShock.
had the analog.
Monkey Ball.
A few games only could use the analog.
It was the system.
You're delusional. See, you weren't even there.
There was,
weren't even born
yeah,
yet.
because the two bottom ones weren't there on the original joint.
Yeah.
You guys are.
It came late in the PlayStation's life, and only a few games used
There's
it.
the original version and there's the new
It
version.
was launched in the North American market
because
in
that's
1998.
that's the late version.
It has the joystick, dude. I'm just telling you.
The joysticks weren't there, Ross.
May 1998 they were, which was about that time.
That's 4 years.
But they were
after
there for
it
those
was
games,
released.
is what I'm
This
saying.
is the one we remember right there.
Yeah, that's because that's the
this is
original.
one, the PlayStation controller.
The analog wasn't until 4 years.
Well, it was actually 3 years in Japan, 1997, and then U.S. was
Yeah,
I never knew it.
1998.
Only a few games
So
could
if
play
you
it.
knew it without it, that means you had a PlayStation way before you probably thought you did.
That does make sense.
No, I don't remember if I had.
Okay, so it
Okay.
was DualShock when it came out, and it had that little orange button down there. But yeah, I remember these ones.
I've only
first,
ever
and then
seen it
those
with
ones.
the analogs.
Really?
Yep.
Holy shit!
The analogs were so fucking good.
I bet you I didn't get mine until the DualShock. Because I know these existed, but I don't remember having
how did you even
it.
remember
I
that it
remember
didn't have them?
And like we said, we didn't get our PlayStation until like after we had the N64.
When even
for
the
a
pictures
while.
for it shows one with analogs, that's when I was
It was literally like that dude that like fucking walks up to you and like out of an alley, he's like, "You want to buy something?" Opens the fucking trench coat.
Yeah.
Like fucking like.
Holy shit!
Yeah, no, yeah. You were delusional. I don't know.
Obviously, they're wearing something on.
How am I delusional?
And you have a repressed memory.
I
about
had
your
just
cousin.
never seen it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've never seen it. Because that's what it was.
I've never seen it without it.
I see. It was so
I didn't
long
know
ago.
a
I can't even
PlayStation-
remember.
I didn't know a PlayStation 1 existed until my parents bought it and brought it home because no one at school was saying, "Hey, I'm playing PS1."
No,
Because everybody probably had N64s.
No,
because
with the
they're fucking
PlayStation, that's
snobs.
something that we financed ourselves.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh shit!
Like the N64.
Yeah, we bought that ourselves. I remember
Yeah,
that.
through backdoor deals with your cousin.
No, we had like a lot of our later systems passed.
We like pooled
our
like
our
money
systems
together.
past the SNES. We had to buy ourselves pretty much all of them.
Yeah, we just
Jeez.
like pooled money together,
Yep.
like that we would get. Over,
Birthdays
yep, and just
and
fucking,
stuff.
Holy
That's awesome.
shit, that is pretty fucking
That's
awesome.
awesome. I can't remember what I did. I'm pretty sure.
And then once I got a job, it was like fucking just like
Yep.
gas, and then fucking.
video
Yeah.
games. Yep, I remember that shit.
Sweet.
Working at Burger King.
There's the kids who like got an allowance when they were growing up. It's
Oh.
like fucking.
Me when I'm in 9th grade and this guy has a checkbook, he's like, "I got a checking account. I get this much money
What?
a month and shit." And I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Who did that?
Holy
There's some kid in my
shit.
class, or, like in 9th grade.
Oh yeah, the fucking rich ones that got
Yep,
allowances.
he's like, "Well, I get like an allowance and I got a checking account."
Is that a rich thing? Never mind.
That's a rich person thing.
Did you have a checking account, Chris?
No allowances.
I know. I'm just saying.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
God, poor kids. They didn't get no allowance. They didn't know what that was. They saw it in all the sitcoms. And then, kids begging for money in the sitcoms or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, if you mow the lawn," and I'm sitting there fucking mowing the lawn, like sweating my ass off since I was a kid, and it's like,
You guys sound like farm kids.
I don't get a
That's
dollar.
Terrible.
oh yeah, farm kids, I don't think get. Well, around here, farm kids, depending on what kind of farm they were, but the ones that I was friends with, they worked away on the farm with no money, but then they would get to sell a steer that they had raised or whatever at the 4-H thing, and they would make like a little over $1,000 during that time.
Yep.
And that was like their big dollar bill day.
That's like a lot.
Yeah, during that time, like that was early 2000s, so yeah, that would be a lot for early 2000s.
That's crazy.
You'd like spend that on a fucking like pimped up fucking
Geo
gaming
Metro.
rig with like SLI fucking 8600s and a fucking 4-core.
Or as a graduation gift, just have your parents get you a $4,000 computer.
Jeez. Is that how fast does that depreciate though? Like, say I go out and
Extremely
Computer
spend-
shit?
Yeah.
Every year it goes down. without
And when
fail.
they're
Is
at
it
the
worse?
cusp of new technology, it's basically fucking overnight. It's just like
Oh yeah,
Jeez.
I
it'll still last
skip.
you a few years, but if you waited that extra like year,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be good for like longer.
Yeah,
So,
I
like-
skip generations of shit, and I'm like, I got a 1070 Ti, which is behind right now, but that gives me 1080p, and I was playing with like a shit card like before that for
You were
years.
playing with a fucking CRT monitor, like fucking 1024 by 768, right?
Jeez.
When?
At one point, you did have a CRT a few years back.
And then
Yeah.
you use that TV. The
I used like a 30-inch TV as. And I couldn't see
Jesus.
anything in PUBG.
Input
And they were
lag,
like,
yeah.
you know, if you get a real monitor or whatever, you can see stuff. And then I got it, and I'm like, I can see a guy on the hill. Like, I couldn't see him before. And,
Damn.
I don't know how you played Ark on that TV because
and they were so big, dude. The dinosaurs were super big. Because I had the 30-inch TV, and it was like up on a little shelf, just like right across from my desk, so I was like 3 feet
the
away
dinosaurs
from
are
it.
big, but how are you gonna see the Chinese dude wearing like the fucking
Probably didn't see
armor?
him.
You know, just like
Probably
scoping
didn't
in
see
on you,
him.
Like exactly.
But no, I got the new monitor, and it was like it was legit. That was fair.
You got the new armor monitor, and then you're like, "Why is everything so fucking blurry?" And then it's like, change your resolution to 1920 by 10. Like,
yeah.
holy shit!
I had no idea what
shit's
was
great.
going on with like anything like new. I had that gaming mouse, that MX or the G4 or whatever that I just replaced with the remake of it. My mouse, I was so lost. You should see me. I was so lost after my mouse broke. I was using like some just cheap piece of shit, just like dead inside, and Ross got me a mouse because he was sick of like just watching me stumble around in the dark. He got me a TTE Sports.
Yeah.
I brought that to
Holy
work.
shit.
I use it at work now.
That's great.
Instead of like some cheap ass shit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mechanical keyboard. I was using $15 keyboards, like Logitech keyboards, just as cheap as you get. And Ross and them had mechanical keyboards for so long, and they were like, "This is responsive. This is the best thing you've ever had." But you wouldn't know.
The point where if you like try to hold down more than one key on like a $15 keyboard, you get ghosting issues.
Yeah. So pretty much like the mechanical keyboards would like recognize like every key input, but the $15 ones it can't do that, so it would just like miss inputs and stuff. I
Oh,
guess if you're making a
shit.
game, so I eventually they talked me into that one.
We've been using mechanical so long that we handed them down to like guest computers and stuff. Like,
Jeez.
Yep, it's great. I like the mechanical keyboard. It's much. It's
Not to mention you
it's
can
smoother.
hear when you're like hitting the button because the switches are usually pretty loud.
you can also hear when you're hitting the wrong button.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, that's the.
And then you look and you're like, oh.
It's like League of Legends. You're hitting a spell for it's not a cooldown for 40 seconds, but you're just like rapidly fucking tapping
You're
it.
just like QW, QW, QW.
QW. All right, so enough of that nostalgia and my stupidity.
Yep.
Epic stores will stop exclusive if Steam changes revenue split to the same that they have, the 12%, which Steam can. I think they would probably be in the red, if not near, if they were doing that, because they have a high upkeep compared to Epic. And what do you guys think? That's ridiculous. He's trying to hold them hostage.
Well, Steam has all their own servers that they have to take care of. Like,
You know what? He said. Tim Sweeney.
Make
or
a new
whatever.
game, Steam?
No, what's the Epic
Valve or
Store
whatever?
CEO guy? Is it Tim Sweeney?
yeah, the guy that looks
Yeah.
like a poor man's Bill Hader. Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney. He said that I think his ultimate goal is like to make Steam like, or all of the launchers open source, so you can go anywhere and play any game or something. I think was his goal. So he's like, fuck him. Like, who?
Well,
gives
then
a
how
shit?
come you
Like,
can't go everywhere and play Fortnite, huh?
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tim Sweeney.
Like-
you fuck stick.
Does he think they're gonna have like the console of Elrond and have all the
Exactly. It's like,
all the launchers like have a meeting and make a deal or something?
Maybe I have no idea, but I know Steam's made deals with other launchers before, like Ubisoft and Origin. I think even like they're fine. They get along fine. Fuck you, Tim Sweeney. I just think he's like he openly said it though. He said his goal. He actually said it. He's like, I'll stop doing this anti-consumer practice if you stoop down to our percentage or whatever. Like he is the villain right now.
But the thing,
in gaming.
well,
Bethesda is like on the back burner right now. They got lucky.
What's funny is the consumer's paying the same amount no matter what.
Exactly.
So the anti-consumer thing is
not
really
with Epic Games.
Epic Games poaching.
They don't have.
You'd
I
pay,
can't remember.
You'd pay $60 for each game, the game on each platform, wouldn't you?
Region pricing.
Oh.
Yeah, Epic doesn't, or Steam has region pricing. So if your country doesn't make as much money, you don't have to spend the full $60 for a game. You spend a percentage less, and Epic doesn't have that. It's across the board.
Jeez.
So on Steam, like in poorer countries, like you can get games for way cheaper.
Yep, so they can actually consume them and enjoy a form of entertainment that not many people can.
Cost effective.
But yeah, because I don't know how much those countries are making, but I read a story on Reddit about a guy who's like I could buy a game off Steam, but then on Epic it would cost me like this many hours of work or whatever just to get the game, and it was like stupid, ridiculous.
Yeah.
BioWare falls behind on Anthem development and their own roadmap, so that game that bombed from BioWare, it's not looking good. I don't think they're gonna like recover very well. Because now they're going against their own roadmap like Battlefield 5 did.
They're dummies.
Yeah, Battlefield 5 did that, and they just faded off into oblivion. Like, but they could pull it back in a year, though, like No Man's Sky did. Because No Man's Sky is a great game now.
I mean, even Fallout 76 has a roadmap, and they've been following it so far. They haven't fallen behind on anything yet.
Yeah, they did. They fell down.
They got a new thing coming out.
Didn't even launch a game yet.
May, I
Do
think.
you know that you can't even add mods to weapons right now?
Yeah, it's broken. I know.
The individual mod things. And did you know that since they put out the repair kits, they had to have reduced the drop rate of God, what was it? God, what was it? I think armor. Like armor and weapons. Armor specifically I've been seeing less of.
I get armor all the time.
Because normally when you're progressing or whatever.
They think that they messed with the legendary spawn rate. I know that.
That's probably it, because I was in the nuke zone and I was killing shit. Normally, like every other ghoul you would get like a weapon or a piece of armor. Now it's like 1 every 10 you get a weapon.
That seems more fair, probably. If it's every other,
it's not, because now with the repair kits, normally I would be able to switch weapon or armor pieces or repair. Now I've ran out of materials to repair my armor, and I can't get any more to drop. So now I just don't have armor.
How do you not have materials to repair?
I don't have ballistic fiber anymore. I have no idea where it all went, but it's all gone.
I know where to go get a bunch.
Yeah, up your ass.
What do people even use ballistic fiber for in this game?
It's for all armor, like repairing your armor.
Most good armor.
Not for my excavator armor repairs with like
that's
steel
power armor. That's different.
Yeah, regular armor. I'm talking regular armor.
Plebs that you don't use power armor.
No, I have a build that doesn't use power armor, so I'm out in regular armor.
Yeah, but they got a new faction coming called the Pioneer Scouts.
Called the Fuck Boys.
And they're introducing backpacks, more carrying capacity.
That's good.
And it's customizable. You can make them look the way you want.
Yeah, you can make a fuck boyish, because Bethesda's Fuck Boys. I need a new game to play, because I have been playing Fallout 76, and it's because I have nothing else that I want to play.
Maybe there aren't any games out right now.
There's the Days Gone thing that came out, that zombie game, but I have no idea if that's even multiplayer. It
Mortal
looks like
Kombat
a
11 just came out.
What did?
Huh?
Oh, Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah, but I don't have enough patience to play like a fighting game for an extended period of time. I'd get bored of it.
Yeah, you're not.
That's
couple days.
That's a good
You
party
can also
game,
put mods on the backpack too.
What, like dildos because you're a fuckboy?
Mortal Kombat almost seems like it'd be like a good drinking game.
Armor
Call it
plating,
your
damage
fuck bag.
resistance, refrigeration units so your food lasts longer.
Mortal Kombat seems like it'd be
pretty
a great drinking game.
Oh yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I watched an hour gameplay of
speaking
Mortal Kombat.
of that game, every streamer I've seen play it has gotten frustrated and quit. Like their stream early.
Of Mortal Kombat 11?
Yep.
Because they're bad at it? Or?
Well, no, because they tried playing it on the hardest difficulty and they just get destroyed. It's way too hard.
Well, they're playing on the hardest difficulty. Go down to kiddie mode like they should.
Because they're childish.
They're streamers.
They're like, I'm good at video games.
Ross is like,
Seats
okay.
to get shit in.
Yep.
Shit.
It also came out. I read an article about Apex Legends. Apex Legends numbers, how just so you may not be aware, it dropped a ton, and it's no longer top streaming. Fortnite took it back. League of Legends is above that.
People get sick of like the one map with like nothing really being added to it.
But then I read an article about how, which we talked about. I talked about it specifically, how it was artificially. Pretty much artificially inseminated to be popular with paying
Streamers.
ninja and streamers to play the game so other people would play it because they're influencers. We talked about that. We knew it was happening, and I guess they're talking about it again since all the numbers have dropped.
The thing, like Fortnite, they at least add shit to the game once in a while. Like they've added like maybe one character to the game, like total in the 5 months or 6 months.
Well, Fortnite doesn't
Legends
have
been out.
like characters. They don't have like.
But they're adding new shit and like new game modes and shit all the time.
Yeah, but they don't have to. In Apex Legends' defense, it will release as an unfinished game for sure. But they do have to play it like Overwatch, where they have when they release something, they have to do super balance mode to even get something released in the fucking game. It was unbalanced as shit. It released unfinished. There wasn't much to it, and now the numbers have dropped showing that. So I was right. You guys were wrong. Fuck you guys. Like and subscribe. Let's go movie. Let's get this over with. Let's go movies, TV, any gaming? Any gaming? No, you guys are done. What's that?
I'm just looking at books.
Oh, looking at gun bags.
No, it's just a book bag.
Oh, okay. So James Wan is producing a new adaptation of Stephen King's Salem's Lot for New Line Cinema. Okay. Are we excited about that? Another Stephen King movie.
Well, James Wan does have a decent history in horror films because he did Saw, he did some of the Annabelle or the Conjuring.
Conjuring, he did.
Conjuring, yep.
And then he also did Aquaman, which proves he can
How do we feel about Saw,
do
though?
action.
Multifaceted.
Like, how do we feel about Saw?
Oh, he did.
I never watched any of the Saw movies. I just know that they were
He
popular.
did Insidious as well.
I saw.
The first one was good, but they just beat a dead horse after.
Well, it's just like pain masturbation.
It's the Pain Olympics,
like,
yeah. And it's just like, man, like everything is not a franchise. Like, I understand, like, if you drop something really good, you're like, how long can we milk this? But like, everything is not a franchise.
But they need more money off it. Anything successful is going to get more made out of it, unless you're Valve. And you quit while you're ahead, and you don't make Half-Life 3 or Portal 3.
So they're like
Team Fortress 3.
They're like Outcast if they didn't make Idle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm kind of excited for it. I want to see what he does with it.
Yeah, he's
That El
done
Leorna or whatever.
Laron.
I was trying to pronounce it.
La Llorona.
La
Corona.
Corona.
My Corona.
That's not doing too good right now, apparently, on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know.
Was that directed by James Wan or
Yeah.
no?
The La Llorona.
Maybe he finally got to the point where he tried too hard on a movie and he kind of
He tried so hard, can't seem to get away from it.
Either that or he got too comfortable with what he was doing and then he had a stinker.
Maybe. So, before we talk about Endgame hype, Game of Thrones is still... Why are you shaking your head?
It's still a thing.
Why are you shaking your head?
I'm just shaking my head.
Because you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, have you?
No.
God damn it.
You said you wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's
we
go
gotta
right
talk
now.
about that new Godzilla trailer later.
Okay. So Game of Thrones, I just want to talk about. It was good, but the last episode was not too great. I'm worried now.
Like number 2, was it?
I'm worried now. Yeah, I'm worried now.
Is this gonna be like one of those shows where you probably should have ended one season before it actually ended?
No,
at
God,
the
no,
end
they-
of season 1.
They're ending it too fast.
Oh.
Way too fast.
I heard
Well,
there was a
episode
lot
3
of...
is it's going to be the longest like battle seen on TV or something like that.
That I'm super excited for it. It's awesome. But the thing is
it
that
filmed that way, or is it filmed that way for the sake of the storyline, or is it filmed that way to be gimmicky? Because I don't like.
they
gimmicky shit.
have some of the best shots to ever have been in TV.
Nice.
Single take shots.
So it's pretty much
They
a
have two of the
When you got
two
that
of them.
budget, I hope so.
Yeah, they had the battle at the wall with the wildlings. They had a single take shot, and that was insane. The battle of the bastards, that was a single take shot. That was bastards is a thing in Game of Thrones, a big thing.
But they don't have a Mikey Myers fucking single take shot.
You're saying,
No, they
you're
don't.
saying they're going too fast. Well, it's going to be episode.
Way too fast.
It's going to be episode 3 out of 6 though for the first battle.
Way too
and
fast.
then they got to do another
no, but
battle.
they increased the length now of the episodes because
I'm
the
just
first
saying.
2 were normal, and now I think the next ones are an hour and a half.
Okay. Because I'm saying, like, I don't know if it's going too fast. If they have to do
Way too fast.
If they got to do 2 battles.
Did the first episode of season
Are you
8?
saying they should have had more episodes?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so season 8, episode 1, do you know how many character reunions they had in that episode?
I heard about it.
Must have been a dozen.
It was we're all gonna die in the next 4 episodes.
To the point where it seemed like they almost brushed off some of them, I heard.
A lot. All of them. Pretty much all of them. Like, they were single, 30-second shots, it almost seemed like.
just lambs to the slaughter. Just fucking...
Lambs to and it sucks because they should have had them come in slowly and drug it out like normally so they could actually have proper discussions. But they didn't do that because they're rushing it. And this last week episode was the Calm Before the Storm episode where it's an entire episode of filler essentially. Like you're like great scenes, great acting, great lines, but it was still a filler episode. An extremely important episode and concept to have. The Calm Before the Storm, but they just did a whole episode of it, and it didn't really further too much of any of the characters, which is what it should be.
Sure.
So that was my issue with it. One of my coworkers put it into perspective because I came in, I'm like, yeah, it was fucking great. I don't know what you're talking about, and then he said this, and this, and I'm like, fuck. Now it's not as great.
I know a lot of people I know said like they didn't really do much character development like before the thing, like you're saying, pretty much.
It was such a waste of an episode. And
why would you develop characters that are just going to be gone soon, right?
Well, that's what he's known for.
Okay. So one of the biggest story plot things in the entire fucking show that everyone is waiting for happened in episode 1. In episode 2, this person had to relay this information. This is in episode 2 of 6, and he relays this information. Character acts accordingly, gets cut off by a horn. Gets cut off. Didn't even get to fully express any reaction about it at all. Episode 2 out of 6. The entire story has been heading to this plot point, and they're cutting our dicks off. Episode 2 of the last season. Just let it go. Just let it happen. Like, don't do this to us in the fucking final season.
It's like, before you can change your mind in this fight, this, never mind.
Because it was going in the most perfect direction that you could expect it might have gone, and then they cut it off and just like I was so hard, and then they cut it off.
Oh Jesus!
That was it. Just bleeding out on the fucking couch, like
just drawn and quartered.
drawn and quartered. But that was Game of Thrones last week. It was still good, acting good, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Normal stuff I'd say about Game of Thrones, but it wasn't as they could have done better. I'll say that. In the ending, I don't know of an ending that I will be satisfied with, which is I'm very scared of watching the end of Game of Thrones because it's like if they do cookie cutter, I'm gonna be like, did this 10 years for this?
Basically,
this was 10 years.
I can't think of what would be an amazing ending for it.
Exactly, like everything's already been.
At the end, Jon Snow falls off of a dragon.
No, he hasn't seen it yet.
Jon Snow falls off of a dragon into a bamboo thicket. And then a dog runs up to him and
Like
lays
in
there with him.
Lost.
While...
It begins like it ends. That's the way it's supposed to
Hey,
be.
Lost ending was perfect.
It begins how it ends. That means
The show, like the main plot of the show begins with him waking up on the island and the dog waking him up. And the show ends with him
well,
in the same spot with the dog.
Well, the show starts with an other killing a rich boy
Oh, you're talking about Game
beyond
of
the
Thrones.
wall. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the first scene in the book and in the movie and in the show.
Jon Snow is going to get killed behind the wall. No, I'm just kidding.
Beyond, maybe Jon Snow gets killed in some fucking.
You do
snow
realize that Craster is a White Walker and he's coming for him, right?
shit. He could be. Craster and all his fucking daughters are coming.
That would be amazing.
Oh man, like
yeah,
you gotta watch this, Chris. You gotta watch it. Okay,
Watch it.
So Godzilla,
Have you seen the trailer?
King of Monsters. I don't know. I haven't seen the latest one, but I saw like the first two.
It's got me so
I'm
pumped.
What
excited.
is this rated?
I'm already excited. I can't be
Whatever
more
rated
on it.
M for
I don't
mature.
know.
I hope it's rated R and there's hardcore sex.
I don't think there's going to be that, but okay.
Dinosaurs.
What a disappointment movies have come to. I expect so much of Game of Thrones.
Just
I go to Avengers Endgame and I leave and I'm like, there's no.
and we're back.
To be fair, that's probably legitimately what a diehard Game of Thrones person would say. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
where's the shock, man? Where's the awe?
Yeah, where's the shock? Where's the ah? And then the ah getting filled with flesh. Okay, so you can cut that if you want. I don't think you have to. We'll determine at a later point.
Right.
We'll save it, and then it's gonna be like the dirty cast, and it's gonna be where all my cut racist comments and dirty jokes make it.
Right, we'll have to play "Hello, Darkness, My Old Friend."
Only 5 seconds.
Yep.
Right.
Only 5 seconds of the song. And that's all I need in Avengers Endgame is only 5 seconds of that. That's all I need. Like the Ant-Man thing going up the ass of Thanos, I'm okay with that. That's all I need.
And we're back again. Jesus.
Okay, now we probably want to cut him. Now.
What if Thanos...
Two is one too many. I was okay with one.
You make me have to,
Not two.
make me have to beep this shit all this.
Now there's
It's like
three.
every other word.
Yes. Are you excited for Godzilla? Gojira.
I don't know if I saw
It's
that.
not the Jean Reno and Matthew Broderick one though.
But here's what happened. I put the trailer on, and he left the room, and when it finished, he came back, and I was like, really, dude?
Alex did that?
Yeah.
Probably
Have you
not.
seen any of the trailers for Gojira, King of Monsters?
The original one they put out that showed like all the dinosaurs and shit. That was about it.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait to see that movie because it's been heading in that direction. And I think Pacific Rim, the second one, I didn't see, but I can't imagine it was good. So
I didn't think it was that bad. It just didn't. The plot wasn't as ironclad as the first one. I mean,
I haven't seen anything that's as good as the Jean Reno Matthew Broderick Godzilla for like big monster thing.
I haven't seen
Kong.
I haven't seen a sequel to a big like budget movie that's as good as Independence Day 2 either.
You liked Independence Day 2? I liked how it jumped in the future.
I thought it was
so
good,
hard.
but people didn't go see it, which made me mad.
Yeah,
I went and saw it.
I didn't.
Like there was
You did?
No, man. Independence Day 2?
Do you not love America?
Bruh, no.
And we're back.
And we're back.
That shit is
Turns
so
out
funny.
conservative Chris ain't so conservative after all. But anyway, Endgame, I'm going to see it tomorrow, and then I'm going to see it Sunday. 2 different groups of friends.
That's 6 hours, dog.
Did you hear how
I
much he's
regret
already
it.
making?
$1 billion. It is going to be $1 billion opening weekend.
Literally, the first 2 days overseas, where it has only opened in a few countries, 350, I think, or something like that.
$1 billion opening weekend, Alex. And then it's going to
entirely
pewter off hard.
It had the highest Thursday opening ever. It beat out Force Awakens.
Everybody I know that I talk to at work, they like 4 people pre-ordered tickets already, and I'm like, wow,
Is it really
like,
that serious?
well,
5 times the pre-orders of Infinity War.
Right, but what I'm saying
That's
is,
a lot of
is
pre-order.
it fucking selling out?
No, like I said, theaters are literally opening extra hours to show it more because it's a 3-hour movie.
dude, let me show you just the showings at our theater. How many they have? You got to remember, this is the end of the Marvel Cinematic Universe that anybody cares about.
Pretty
this
much.
Is,
I'm gonna watch all the rest of them.
this is like the final season of Game of Thrones, like 10 years in the making. Like, this is it.
Okay, if you're prepared for every Marvel movie to be like a recut of Unicorn Store, then be my guest. But the Unicorn
I don't know
Store
what
was
any of
ass.
that means.
Okay.
I don't know what any of that means. That's how many showings in theaters they opened up.
Jeez.
There's about one every half hour and 15 minutes at some points.
Come on, boy.
And then you got we have the good one, right? No, we just had the Dream.
We have the normal ones, yeah.
Oh fuck!
They
you
also
guys.
have the one down
Okay.
there too.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, the secret is that the ones with the Dream Loungers. Oh, those
Yeah,
are
look at what all the other movies got cut down
Yeah,
to.
man,
Like,
I don't know.
look at Penguins.
Hellboy.
Hellboy's already
Two
down to
showings.
2 showings.
One showing for that.
Little.
What is
that? Sucks because that I think just came out.
Jeez.
It's a comedy where it's like
decimated.
where they like
Like it's
Switch.
to the point where
Like,
most things have like most things
Shazam
have
is
like
already down to 6,
2 to 6 showings a day
down to 1.
for like every other movie.
Yeah, movies that have been out for 2 weeks are already down to like 2 showings at our theater or 1.
Jeez. And
Okay,
this is a
to-
family town too.
For those
like,
of you,
that's
let me
crazy.
count this to see if I can put it
Infinity
in
War is probably
perspective.
PG-13, so it's like a family movie. I mean,
Oh, that's
let's be
It
real.
is PG-13.
It's PG-13. Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think all of them have been.
Except for Ed Norton Hulk, because that was off the chain.
It has 48 showings today alone.
40.
That's what I'm
and it's
saying,
3
like-
hours. It's a 3-hour movie, but it's got 48 showings.
That's-
Yes.
Out of an
That's
18
crazy.
theater, yeah.
Yeah,
I think tomorrow may have a little bit more.
probably. It's the
Well,
weekend.
Or
what I'm
close.
saying is like you pre-order tickets and you're like, haha, it's sold out. I finally got this cool thing. And then they just offer more showings. Like
That's normally that's what
I
they
always
do.
That's what I always do. All these people that are like a month ahead of time, I got my ticket already. I go on Thursday night and I'm like, oh, I can still get it for Friday. I can still get it for Saturday because they added showings and stuff.
Is people are scared that they won't get tickets, so
Yeah.
people are pre-ordering.
I'm like, I'm just ready for the spoilers, man.
Chris,
There's
other
already
Chris
people
bought mine
spoiling
like
it.
last week, like pre-order tickets. He just messaged me. He's like, "I got your ticket for Endgame Sunday at 3 p.m." I'm like, "Awesome, cool." Like I wasn't expecting it that early,
Yeah.
and then you guys ordered them, and I'm like, "Well, I got to go with you guys too."
Sure, yeah.
And then I got a ticket for that as well. So now I'm seeing it twice. I didn't tell other Chris that I'm seeing it with you guys first.
Oh!
Secrets out a week later. It's already happened.
I don't think
He's not one of the 17 subscribers.
Yeah. He's never seen an episode, so fuck Chris. Chris, if you're listening, fuck you, dude. I've been trying to get him on the podcast, but he won't.
We proved we had at least one friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got one friend, guys, just so you know. Aside from these guys, who are
Right.
just
We
coworkers
have
and not
other
friends.
people who like to listen
Yup.
to us.
That's all the show we have for you this week.
Yes.
As always, like and subscribe and comment on us and say yap 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 fucking fatsos.
Oh my good. I wanted to. Never mind.
Someone commented that apparently on one of our videos.
Yeah, like just EAD, man.
Let me. Okay, before we go, I'm finding it.
That
I'm
was
finding
one
it.
of the episodes that I was not in, but I'm still pretty teed up.
You weren't in the Alita Battle Angel one?
No.
I think he wasn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't in that one.
How do you see like notifications?
Maybe we were. That means we were tipping.
Nad's IQ commented 3 days ago. Highlighted comment. I highlighted it.
Yeah.
Yap, fucking fatsos.
Fucking decimal.
And I immediately hearted it because I burst out fucking laughter. Because it's not when no one watches you, it's not a comment that you don't expect any comments.
Yeah.
But then you get one say yap fucking fatsos.
You know that guy's a fan for life, man.
Yeah, that guy better. You know what? as soon as we get T-shirts made, when we become highly popular, let's get him a free T-shirt.
Oh yeah. We'll put you fucking fat.
And he's gonna wonder why
belly
there's.
part, like,
Should that be our like catchphrase?
right?
Yeah, and he's gonna wonder why it's brown when he gets it.
We're like a badge of honor. Flossing.
Oh god. Okay. Anything?
I think we're good.
Wu-Tang is forever.
Yeah, Wu-Tang forever. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the episode. You could catch us currently at the Prime 4 Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Podcast Addict for audio only. If you want to see how fugly we look in real life, you can also catch us on YouTube under the Prime 4 Podcast.